I know I'm a little late, but it's a holiday. Happy New Year, everyone. A feast for the supreme ritual and a feast for the equinox of the gods. Today, they both fall on the same day. Well, most often they fall on the same day. But the supreme ritual, we read it yesterday, and Crowley did it at noontime on the 19th, and then according to Rose's instructions, he did it again at midnight. Here's what he says. Here's what he says in his autobiography. March 20th, the invocation was a startling success. I was told that the equinox of the gods had come. That is, that a new epoch had begun. I was to formulate a link between the solar spiritual force and mankind. Various considerations showed me that the secret chiefs of the Third Order, that is, of the AA, whose first and second orders were known as GD and RR at AC, respectively. Nobody digresses like Crowley. That the secret chiefs of the Third Order had sent a messenger to confer upon me the position which Mathers had forfeited. I made it a condition that I should attain samadhi, that is, I should receive a degree of illumination, in default of which would be presumptuous of me to put myself forward. Okay, today's a big day, and it's Sunday school. And I'm not going to go through a whole bunch of things because it's a special day for me because I am getting ready to send off the manuscript for a book that I've been working on. And I'll tell you more about it later. But I have a lot of work to do because today is deadline day that I set for myself. But I don't have to tell you that even if you're not a Thelemite, and even if you're not observing the feast of the Supreme Equinox and the equinox, or the Supreme Ritual and the equinox of the gods, it is the first day of spring. It is 0 degrees Aries. It is a holiday in most anybody's calendar. And I wish you a very happy whatever the heck it is that you call this special day. I, for one, am very relieved and grateful that I have made it through this terrible winter. And I have a lot to be thankful for and a lot to be looking forward to. And I hope you do too. In Crowley's Rites of Eleusis, in his Rite of Mars, as I mentioned before, Crowley's Rites of Eleusis, the rite itself for each individual planetary sphere, is more or less a celebration of the fall or the descent of the god, the planetary god, to make room for the next god. The force of the ceremonies comes down the tree of life. So the first one being Saturn, and the second one Jupiter, and the third one Mars. And so Mars at the end, it celebrates, of course, uh, the mechanics of the sphere of Mars. But at the very end, Mars must make room for the sun, number 6 on the tree of life coming down. And it's a joyous, passing of the baton. And for this climax of the Rite of Mars, Ares himself, the officer playing the Sol in Ares, the sun in Ares, has been a character enthroned in gold behind a veil for most of the ritual. But at the very end, when Mars more or less knows that he must make room for the sun, he unveils the officer that plays Sol in Ares, who's usually painted in gold and with a white nemes, a white robe and a white and gold nemes. And I know one year, probably find a video of it, I played Sol in Ares, and they painted my face gold. And I did the whole thing with my eyes closed. And the last poem that Crowley uses that comes out of the mouth of Sol in Ares isn't a Crowley poem at all. It's a poem by Shelley called Hellas. And for Sunday school today, our short little reading today, so you can get on with celebrating your own spring rite, go off and spread your seed in the field. That sounds like a good idea. Before you go off and spread your seed in the field, here's the poem recited by Sol in Ares. It's perfect for spring. The world's great age begins anew. The golden years return. The earth doth like a snake renew her winter weeds outworn. Heaven smiles, and faiths and empires gleam like wrecks of a dissolving dream. A brighter Hellas rears its mountains from waves serener far. A new Peneus rolls his fountains against the morning star. Where fairer tempests bloom, there sleep young Cyclades on a sunnier deep. A loftier Argo cleaves the main, fraught with the latter prize. Another Orpheus sings again, and loves and weeps and dies. A new Ulysses leaves once more Calypso for his native shore. Oh, write no more the tale of Troy. If earth death's scroll must be, nor mix with lion rage the joy which dawns upon the free. Although a subtler Sphinx renew riddles of death Thebes never knew, another Athens shall arise, and to remoter time bequeath like sunset to the skies the splendor of its prime, and leave, if not so bright may live, all earth can take, or heaven can give. Saturn and love their long repose shall burst most bright and good than all who fell, than one who rose, than many unsubdued. Not gold, not blood, their altar dowers, but votive tears and symbol flowers. O cease, must hate and death return? Cease, must men kill and die? Cease, drain not to its dregs the urn of bitter prophecy. The world is weary of the past. Oh, might it die or rest at last. Happy New Year. Continue to be good to yourself and be good to each other. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will.